Thank you, Dr. Li. Wondering, Matteo Ricci, does he have any other paintings that you can compare? Like, are there any, I didn't even know he painted. Are there, I mean, that would also, like, if you can compare the style of other paintings of his, that would be also another evidence. I just wonder.
Because I think, Matteo Ricci, exact to say, precise to say, he's not a painter. He just a missionary, Jesuit missionary, and he draw the maps. For example, 昆语万国全图, and so he never left us any trace of his painting. So this is just I think scholars just in terms of the fragments of the 3 Chinese characters, and to take the judgments like this.
Right. Okay. So I agree that it's unlikely for someone who have done such a big painting would not have done something else, especially someone as famous as Matteo Ricci, would not have left us with even smaller paintings or something like that. At all. So that would be, for me, it would, I mean, I would agree with you for that. And the other thing also, the chiaroscura started with kind of Caravaggio. It is, I mean, he died in 1610. So I don't think Matteo Ricci would have had that technique similar to that before, I mean, Caravaggio. So that would be also the time-wise, it doesn't also match.
Because I think he stay in San Paulo for 3 or 4 years. He was very familiar with Western style of painting, and he always mentioned 2 different styles, Chinese style and also Western style. And I think, before a lot of the scholars always use some text to make a hierarchy, just like contemporary Chinese ink painting or Chinese art theory. They always very high evaluate Chinese style as a 神韵, as a wonderful style, and devaluate Western style just as 阴阳相悖，什么形似窠臼啊，just likeness, and it's very low style. And for Wu Li, 2 different style. There's no hierarchy because he is very familiar those 2 style at the same time. He's of course he's very wonderful Chinese painting, and also he when he was at Macau, and I think it's not it's very difficult to image as a painter he living in San Paulo, and surrounded by the fresco or the painting of the Catholic Church. He never produced some design to learn something from it. I think, so this is why. And in some text already some recording, about Wu Li's religious painting. For example, he wrote a painting, a picture of Christ in gathers in. That means before he will be crucified in. Before the eve of that day, he prayed in a garden, and he expressed his fragility, and why God you offer me those kind of mission to suffer from the destiny like this. And Wu Li painting like this. So we can image he used another style, the Western style, just like the picture show us.
Can I say something? Yes. Thank you.
Yes, please.
I haven't seen this painting, so I'm just watching the monitor. So as a noble scholar, student actually of Lanciani, Giuseppe Castiglione, it seems to me there's no way that that painting could be painted by Castiglione, first of all. So let's eliminate the name of Lanciani from the question. About Limato, obviously he was not a painter. We know that he used actually Japanese and Chinese painters that became Jesuits, actually brothers, temporal coadjutor brothers, as it was the norm in Society of Jesus. And the picture that you have shown, the portrait of Matteo Ricci, stands in Roma in the headquarters of the Provincia d'Italia, and it was painted by Manuel Pereira, who is from Macau. And therefore, Matteo Ricci used prints to communicate with the eunuchs that would show the prints to the Wan Li emperor. About Wu Li, the only thing I want to say is, or I could say, is that for what I read, Wu Li was especially close to Couplé, Father Couplé. Yesterday I mentioned the Bible, which is in Firenze, that belonged to Couplé. And Couplé recuperated from a family of Chinese Christians. Also, Wu Li was close to de Rougemont, who was another Flemish father, and the two introduced Wu Li to Candida Su, the granddaughter of Shu Guanli. So, e quindi he was Candida Su put together an enormous collection of prints and books that actually was donated later to the Vatican. So 400 volumes arrived in Roma. Quindi maybe Wu Li also had a chance to see a lot of prints with also landscapes that were in China and what the Jesuits used to evangelize by using the images.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, it's I think it's just a little bit a little bit yeah sentence. Okay. Yeah, yes. Francis the Hushimon, he is the teacher of the first teacher, I think, yeah, for Wu Li. And so another article about dealing with the relationship between Francisco de Hujimon and Wu Li. Okay, yeah, that's well concentration on the picture, the first picture, Hu Tian Cun Se Tu. That means the picture of spring landscape between lake and style. And I found in this painting visible teacher there, with also cite some Christian scheme. For example, Francis preaching for the birds. Yeah. Thank you very much, Professor. Okay.
Thank you. Now I think it's time for the concluding of the whole sessions. And thank you, Professor Li. Now I will give floor to Professor Zhang to make some remarks.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank all the speakers, and I need to say that I really learned a lot personally from all your talks. I'm not a historian, so I know very little about actually Marco Polo and that part of history. When I grew up in China, I only heard some stories about Marco Polo's travel and something about how he tried to learn even Mongolian language, and how he befriends with Kublai Khan. And when he returned to Europe, he introduced a lot of Chinese products there to Europe, including something like of course, the Chinese pasta and even paper money. That I learned when I was in China. But other than that, I know very little. But I have to say, I learned so much from you, and also not only the history part, centering Marco Polo, but some other things, a lot of different issues, very diversified topics. So thank you very much. And also I'd like to thank all the participants and to make the whole symposium successful. Thank you again. I'd like to shift to Father Rothlin to say more words.
Just also up to me to thank you, Ellen, so much for this excellent collaboration to you all. It was so extremely rich what we learned from each other. The only warm reminder I would now launch is such a conference always strategic. We hope this is an ongoing process, and would kindly ask all the brilliant speakers you think about this experience, and if you could also then give us the revised paper by November 15th with APA style. We have a bit also the style of The Economist, so not too academic, so not too elaborate, 2,000 to 3,000 words, because really we want to follow up on this experience. And also again, thank you very, very much again. So